Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the Duke. There's 3 different versions of the Duke. If you want to check out my live stream I just made, it shows all 3 showcased. But these are going to be the individual videos that I'm going to make about each one. So today we're going to take a look at the BlackSquare from Just Flight Duke B60. And this one comes with 4 different liveries. And as you can see here, it says the 70s and the 80s, right? So it's 2 different variants of it, and the interior is matched up with basically the year of the aircraft. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at each one of these. We'll wind up flying this beautiful black one here, but let's just take a look at the 80s edition. We'll go jump inside it, check out the interior of it, and then we'll move to the 70s. And then to the orange one, which I believe is also 70s. And then finally into the black one, where we will do a little bit of a flight with it and check it out, see how it flies, see how it handles, and review it. So I just want to welcome each and every one of you guys to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. It really does mean the world to me. If you're new here, this is the Aviation Enthusiast channel. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Smash the thumbs up if you are enjoying these videos. And consider becoming a channel member eventually when we become a channel member. Okay, so this was already started on the ground. Sometimes Microsoft Flight Simulator glitches when you start them in the spots. They put them on the runway for some reason, so that's something to do with Microsoft Flight Simulator. But Just Flight is pretty good. This does have a couple little bugs still, which they said would be normal until the update happened, because they updated their software and they're just waiting on Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if you experience any little things with this, it's not necessarily the aircraft, it's probably just waiting for the update. You can tap on the glass here of these ones. In the turbine Duke, there is no tapping of the glass. So as you can see here, you can pretty much tap on all these glasses, and it does indicate as if it's cold or something. You see, it moves the needles, so if they do get stuck, you can find out how they should really be sitting, right? So pretty cool feature that they have there. We can take away this and the control lock. Beacon is supposed to be on, which if you move here, there's 2 different ways to move the beacon. You have navigation, or when you're ready to fly and you're on the runway, you turn navigation and strobe on. So for now, that's just your navigational lights and your beacon lights. So they're your navigational lights on the outside of the aircraft here, and your beacon light is underneath there. Alright, so we can get out the tablet here. It comes with a bunch of different features. You can change any one of these out that you like, whatever features, and then you confirm. It takes a minute and then it will pop up, so you just wait for that, and eventually, boom, there you go. Now you have all stacked old school radios. You can put GNN 750 in here. The GTNXI, I believe, is the one with the bug issue right now, but they are going to fix that. So the GNN 750 does work, and this one I believe is still waiting. So if you wanted to switch out this to the newer radios, you can, which we can demonstrate right there, which is nice. This is your typical BlackSquare with all the stuff. Only difference is they have an extensive checklist and failure options inside of the tablet here. Here's everything on, what it would look like when you're fully staffed up here with everything covered, and what it would look like. That's the heater in a cold situation. If you want to warm up, we have the wheel chocks, the covers, this little heater that we can use. This is functional too. I'm not 100% sure how it functions, to be 100% honest with you, but it is functional. So there you go. There's a couple features there, and we can remove all that stuff as we do not need it right now. And you have nose baggage, door, and refill the oxygen if you want. So you got a big compartment for whatever you feel like putting in there, and of course the door that opens in the back. This is a beautiful aircraft, beautifully modeled, well made, and a little on the high price, but I would suggest, I would reckon that it's definitely worth it. in so many ways. As you can see, a lot of people point this out. If you click on here, the key appears here, and you can actually close and open that by the key here, and it will close it. And if you click on the key, it will open, and the key will be here. So you can do it through here or through the tablet, totally up to you. Same thing with the door. You can either open it from inside or outside. Refilling the oxygen, I believe, only is in here. I don't think there's any external button that you can do so, but you can check here, and that is even tappable as well. The sounds on this thing is incredible. So here's another feature. This is the left engine and the right engine, and before you get started, you do have to you can do repairs. You can recharge the battery, clean the plugs, a bunch of different cool things. And as you can see, we have about 2 hours on flight time with this aircraft, because we didn't do too many flights with it yet, and everything is just so nicely made with the sounds. I love it. So all right, before I fall in love with this plane too much, let's go ahead and get started. So if you guys don't know how to fly these type of planes and you need help, there is an extensive checklist that comes with this, and it's very usable. So you can just go into it and press the icon, and it will move you to the position of whatever it is that you're looking for, right? So let's say for this, like latches, right? So there's the latch of the door, takes you right to it. Nose takes you right to it. Parking brake right there is set. You know what I mean? Landing gear lever right there, down, it lights up in blue, so you can check the checklist. If you want to reset the checklist so you can do it all from scratch, you can do that as well. So we can go ahead and start that, right? Pre-flight inspection, remove the locks, we already did that. Seatbelts are secure, cabin is latched and closed, nose baggage is closed. We did that. Brakes are, gear is down. All electrical switches are now in the off position. All engine switches, I guess it has a state saving, so the battery was on and now everything is off. All the oxygen is checked. Circuit breakers are all in and checked. If you pull them out, that's what they would look like. You'll see like a little white section there, so that's how you would know if they are popped. These are your air temp, so you want to keep them pushed in, which they already are. Comes that way, you don't have to do it. These things are down and pushed, right? So this is set as normal and checked. Testing CO2, we could go ahead and do that, and it's turning green. The words are kind of in the way when you do that, right? So a little bit hard to see, but it is showing tested and green, so that's fine. All right, so that's something maybe they have to adjust. All right, this is off. This is our we'll eventually put this into the auto position depending on the temperature outside. Right now it's hot, it's in Florida, so we'll probably need to do that as well. Our flaps are currently in the up position. This is our flap lever here, and as you can see, it's all the way up. Prop sync is in the off position. That will sync your props during flight. Throttles are currently in the closed position. That's your prop lever, which is fully forward, and this is your mixture, which we can go fully rich for start. Your trims checked, all are checked and set. Fuel status, we can actually switch this to the center crossfeed tank if you wanted to. We can leave it on left and right as well. I think they do say in the checklist eventually to switch it to the crossfeed, but I'm going to leave it in this position for now until we have any kind of warning come up. All right, moving along to the next checklist, we'll go beacon, right? Because we're about to get started here. Let me reset the checklist, and we'll just check it off as we go. Master battery is coming on. There we go. Okay. Voltage is checked. I guess we'll go ahead and fly this one for this sake of this video, and we'll showcase each one of the aircraft's interiors as well. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of what to expect. So this is checked. and showing. And you can go through the full checklist of this. It will take you quite a while, right? These are going to be open, right? We got to open the cowl flaps. And if you come out here, these are your cowl flaps underneath. And they do take time to open and close. They are in the, looks like in the open position as of now, which is fine. Fully open, right? That's what we wanted. And checked. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and click that off. Fuel pump. Fuel pump is coming on. 1, 2, 3. It's the audio is checked, right? So we can hear it, and then we turn it back off. Same thing with this one. We can hear it, and it's checked. Alright, moving on. So let's reset that. Pre-oiler, 30 seconds. This is the one that everybody's talking about, the pre-oiler, okay? And in order to check that, we can go ahead here into the center of the aircraft. We can look at the tablet, or if you don't want to look at the tablet and you want to do it like a different way, you can go right here, and I believe you can reset to a timer here. I'm not sure how to reset this timer, but you can go ahead and use this as an option as well, right? Oops, I think I took off the brake there. So be careful you don't take off the brake. But you can use this as a timer, right? Reset and then hit it, right? And then it will start counting down. Or you can just look at the tablet. So you could do it that way for 30 seconds, or you could look at the tablet and start the pre-oiler. So the pre-oiler will spin up here, and you'll see the oil flowing through the engine, so we don't have a dry start. So we just let it go ahead and settle, and now we should be good. Go ahead and turn that off. 30 seconds is up, right? And then we can look here. Oil pressure is at 0. I think we're supposed to have that on for a little bit longer. Let's keep an eye on this for a second here. Oh yeah, okay. So this is my pre-oiler. So that one's done. Okay, so that's on the other engine. So we can go ahead and turn that off. Then we can go to the right engine. And we can put the tablet back down for a second here. Alright, so that's good. We got fully rich mixture on the right. Did I put the right engine in here? Let me just double check. Alright, let's do the right side as well. Pre-oiler coming in. So here's your, if you can't tell, you can count to 30 seconds as well. And you see it coming up here. Pre-oiler just got done there, and that should be good. Okay. RPMs are high, full. We did that for boost pump, right? 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crack the throttle. Engage starter. So you want to put it up and then cracked, right? Uh-oh. We have an issue with the engine. You hear that noise? I did something wrong. I just repaired it. I think I did it with that one. Alright, so let's try this one without breaking it. We'll try the left one. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got the engine started. It don't sound the best right now, but Master Avionics can come on. So set the altimeter. Check. As you can see, there are still slight bugs in this from what I could tell. I don't think we fuel pumps are off. Alright, so let's go ahead back to the checklist here. We can check the batteries here. A little bit higher than usual, but looking good. Everything's looking good in the green. Battery temp. Oh, battery temp is hot. So we got a hot battery. That's interesting. Why is our battery hot? Electrical. So we got a hot battery right now. Did the oil temp. Mixture fully rich. Alright, so far so good. Generators are on. Probably because we had the generators on without the battery. So battery is still hot, which is... Alright, so it's going down now, the temperature, which is a good sign. We'll let that settle down. I think I overheated the battery on the startup here. Prop lever, cut off, fully rich, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Next, after start. So we'll go to after start. Fuel pumps are above 90, so we're good with that. Let's just reset that. Boom. Lighting as required. So we'll go ahead and take the taxi light on here, and everything else is good. Radar. So this is another way to reset the aircraft. If you have any failures, you can repair them here if you like. Check. Avionics is on and checked. Inverter is to the on position and checked. Check temperature. That's good. Check. We're gonna take that on. Put the blower on here. We're probably not going to need any kind of pressurization today. But if you do, you can always set that before takeoff, brake check, and release the brakes. Alright, so we're good for now. We can do a run-up and all that if you wanted to. For the sake of the video not being too long, I'm not going to do a run-up. I'm still learning this plane, as you can see. We're already on the runway, which saves us a little bit of time too as well. If you guys don't know how the autopilot works in here, you got to turn auto trim on before the autopilot will work. If you don't turn this auto trim button on, the autopilot will not engage in nav mode or any other mode. So keep that in mind if you are flying any of these versions of the aircraft. Make sure that you set this button on before you put the autopilot on. Otherwise, you will find that the autopilot is not working for you. Okay. Let's go ahead, take the landing lights on here, and we can go right to strobe. So, and we can go ahead for takeoff. Flaps going 1 notch. We got a warning on the battery still that it's in the caution position. But we'll keep an eye on that. Knots. Right rudder's coming in here. 80 knots. We're pulling back here, and we're up. Let's get the flaps up here. Beautiful aircraft to fly for sure. So let's test it out and see what it's all about. I think we can close the call flaps. Let's see how they work here. If they close all the way or if they're just slow. So you can close them, but they take some time. This is your view here. You can go left, right. You can look out the window, this side, whatever you like to do here. Oh, that's open. Let's see. Close. Okay. The sounds are amazing on this aircraft. This is the 70 interior here, which is absolutely beautiful. Really nicely done. Great detailing. You can't open the cabin door during flight, it looks like. Just wanted to check. If you wanted to have a simulated engine failure, I've done that before, but I think I'm the first person to ever crash this plane in the stream. So I just want to show you, if you did have like engine failure, right? You pulled out the power here. You just gotta. This plane's pretty powerful, and you can feather the prop out here. Just want to show you what that looks like. So I'm holding the. It's still climbing too. Really powerful aircraft, right? So let's put that back in. And we'll try to restart that thing. Alright, there we go. Let's see, 25%. Sounds amazing though, right? Really, this is probably one of the best twin engine aircrafts I ever flew. And I have a lot of BlackSquare products. I have their King Air. I have their Baron. I have their 850 TBM. And of course I have the Duke here. And I gotta say the Duke is definitely very, very well advanced. Alright, let's go back to Boca and try to take it in for a little bit of a landing here. I'm gonna pull out some power. This thing is very powerful, very quick. We're already at 4,400 feet. Let's do a little bit of stall testing real quick since we're already up here as we're turning back towards the airport here. We're just gonna level out over the water. And now I will do a power off stall. I'm gonna pull the nose back. We got a stall warning coming in. 80 knots, 60 knots, pull them back. It feels like the left wing wants to drop here. And the nose is dropping. Alright, so the nose dropped, and now the right wing. Okay, so we're just gonna put some more power in and recover. Alright, here we go. Pretty easy to recover that. That wasn't too bad. Now we'll do power on stall. So I'm going to just power all the way up here. Pull the nose back to 20 degrees. And we're just going to shoot up until we bleed off all the power and see what we can get out of it. 90 knots. Coming into 80 knots. Pulling back, pulling back. Getting that stall warning. 80 knots. 70 knots coming up. And right wing's dropping. Alright, at 60 knots, right wing is dropping. Alright, let's pull the power back and recover. Okay, now we're going to attempt a little bit of a dangerous maneuver here, I would say. We'll do a stall with one engine. And power back, feather the prop, pull power on, stall here. Right wing's dropping. And now let's see if we can recover it with one engine here. I don't know if this is going to be possible. It might not be. Let's find out. I'm putting a little bit of rudder in there. We got enough airspeed. And yes. Okay, so I put a lot of left rudder in there. And we picked up a lot of airspeed. I was able to recover it here. Just have to be a little bit more precise on engine management with the left side. With this engine out. Okay, let's bring that engine back to running. And now we'll try it with the right engine. So we'll go ahead and take the power out of the right engine, add more power to that side, feather prop here, and now we'll go ahead and try to stall it. Pulling back, left wing's dropping now. Oh boy, here we go, guys. Let's put a right rudder in, pulling the nose back slightly here, not too much. Airspeed's picking up. Okay. Alright, we're good. Level out. Alright, put the power back in, mixture up. Let's start that other engine. Alright, there we go. Both engines alive. Pretty good handling. I've took the rudder back out, so you're gonna have to use rudder control, elevator, and pitch control during all this. But it actually feels a lot better than most of them. It doesn't get out of control quick. If you do that in the 414, you're pretty much a wrap. Without that one, you have to pull back the engines, level out, and put a little bit of rudder in, and just catch it at the right time. Otherwise, you won't be able to recover that one. That one's very difficult to recover. This one, however, seems a little bit easier. Alright. We're already far away from where we took off from, which is pretty crazy how fast this plane goes, right? So, turn back around here. Come in for a landing, trying to land this baby. Let's do it. The capabilities of this aircraft are pretty amazing and pretty impressive, considering, you know, what I just did to this airplane and it survived it, right? Alright, coming back around. I'm bleeding off the airspeed as we come here. Just keep an eye on our where we're at here. I have flaps coming in. Gears coming down. I love the sounds of this aircraft too. Okay, mixture fully rich, props fully forward. Landing gears down, 3. Well, I don't think. Oh yeah, 3 green. Check. Let's go. Let's try to give it a little bit of a landing here. Absolutely amazing aircraft. Really fun to fly. Check the altimeter. 2981. Let's go. Flaps 2 coming in. Bleeding off the last of the airspeed here. This thing stops pretty good, but it does float, so you have to be aware of that. Alright, 90 knots. I love the way this sounds, too. It sounds amazing. I gotta say, it feels really, really good to fly. Quite nice. And it's really good on frame rates, as you can see here. And we're down. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Duke, and it is a very impressive aircraft. I gotta say, it makes me look like I know what I'm doing. Alright, guys. Well, there you have it. That is the normal Duke here, right? So let's go ahead and shut it down. I'm not going to shut it down correct because we got some save some time in the video, but there you go. It does have a checklist too if you want to shut it down correct way, and I would suggest if you didn't do it just like I did, you can. It does have a climb, max power settings, all these information. It does come with all this, so if you're new to the plane and you want to figure out everything, what the best rate is, what the best flow is, it does tell you. So it's super cool. Super you know, like, and there's a huge manual of this aircraft you can print out and read. I have the manual. I'm still reading it. I printed it out a long time ago and been reading it ever since, but it's awesome. Definitely well worth the read. I would suggest reading it if you're going to be into this plane. Awesome aircraft. Just one more time with the tapping of the glass. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, let's just check out the last couple editions of this aircraft for this one, right? So I'm gonna just I'm gonna do a review of the other 2 of the same aircraft as well. Let me know if you guys are liking these. I'm gonna put all 3 of this variant. I bought every single one of them. The price is right now with a discount. I don't know if you're gonna get a discount now because it came out yesterday, but they're about $70 for all 3 of them. I had a discount, so I think I paid a little bit less than that. Anyway, it was only like $5.40 off or something like that. So here's another aircraft, what it looks like. I'm just going to show you all 3, all the liveries inside and out. That way you have an idea of what this thing looks like from each one of the ones that it comes with. So we'll do that in each plane as well. All the interior and exteriors are different as you get this aircraft as well. Keep that in mind. So this one is the orange, beautiful aircraft here. And the interior, as you can see here, is very much 70s. I actually really like this one. It kind of reminds me of the Home Alone house for some reason. I don't really know why, but it kind of has that vibe, right? But that's one, right? And I would say out of the all the ones here, probably the black one is probably the coolest looking one on the exterior. Let's see. All right, guys. So we're back inside. This is the black one here of the Duke. Very beautiful aircraft indeed. Let me just put some light on there for you. Has a little bit of gray with it, which always, it's just such a beautiful aircraft. And I love the gray and the green. This is just very nice aircraft. Really, really love it. Okay, so that is that one, inside and out. And now we'll go to, I was going to fly this one, but I totally forgot. I got too excited and wanted to get up in the air, so we just took the white 70s, I think it was the 70s or 80 version out. Let's go ahead and do the next one. Oh, here you go. That's the exterior, which is very similar to the other one, right? Still a little bit of glitches. Okay, so yeah, the interior is a lot different, right? So this is the other one. Also very much like the orange, right? Except for it's a white exterior. So I do like it though. I think it's really nice looking, and as you can see, these are different as well. They're white, and we got the wood paneling, so pretty cool. So that's what, I don't know whose face that was. I guess that was this person. That's the Duke. That is the Duke for you right there. That is the B60 Duke, and that is just your regular original one that came out of factory before they did the Grand Duke and the Turbo. So we'll take a look at those two in another video. I hope you guys like this. If you did enjoy, consider subscribing to the channel. Smash the thumbs up. Let me know what you think of the Duke. Are you going to pick it up? Is it worth it? And any thoughts or comments, let me know.